Oh no! I didn't get Serpentor! I'm done with this stupid classified line! Really? You missed one con exclusive figure set that was known about for a long time. And you had that whole time that we all knew this was coming to prepare to make this order. You had this entire time to become a Pulse Premium member and get 1 hour early access to ordering. Even if you didn't, there were still figures available at 6 p.m. You knew what time. All you had to do was open Facebook and look. All you had to do was go to the Pulse site and look. What time do I need to be ready to order this figure? Okay, so why didn't you? Most everyone else did. You waited until way after the fact on a figure that everyone knew was going to be extremely popular. And when I say you, there's a ton of people that are throwing a tantrum about missing Serpentor. Well, you had time. You had plenty of prior notification, and you could have become a Pulse Premium member. It was super easy to order, and it took all of 5 minutes out of your day. 5 minutes. You had more than a month to schedule 5 minutes. You all knew when PulseCon was happening and what time the G.I. Joe live stream was. Also, the posts that were made by the G.I. Joe team stating exactly when ordering would go live. 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It took 5 minutes. Everybody got logged out. At least I did. Got logged out of Hasbro Pulse, and everyone had to log in and order the figure. Everyone had to have a fresh start. So it wasn't that difficult. Some of you all are acting like it's the absolute end of the world and like this is something totally new, like you've never experienced any of this before. Even with Dr. Mindbender, people talking about how they missed out on Dr. Mindbender, so disappointed. Okay, yeah, it would have been disappointing to miss out on the deluxe Dr. Mindbender set. So, yeah, I didn't miss out on Mindbender. Fortunately, because I scheduled my time accordingly. But I got some advanced pieces from overseas, way before they're supposed to come out in the United States. It's a really nice set. I will be posting my video review on it. You've got the fold out, if I can get my hands on it here, the fold out cardboard display box, very similar to that of the Zartan figure. So, speaking of which, the Zartan figure, no, we didn't get another release of the Zartan figure that changes colors, but there's 3 Zartan figures. There's a regular release, there's the color change release, and now they're doing the retro carded release. It's not like Dr. Mindbender and Serpentor most likely aren't going to come out in the regular retail line in some form or another. You will get these figures. If the figures are what is important, you will have the opportunity to get the figures. I don't understand why so many people have all of these problems being able to get the classified line. It's not hard, people. Getting these figures is not hard. I've not missed a single figure. Yes, I know that my experiences don't equate to those of the others all the time, but there's absolutely no reason why, if you are following the classified line, that you cannot or do not have all of the figures that have so far been released. Ordering has been easier. As a matter of fact, ordering now is easier than it ever was. 5 minutes. It took 5 minutes of my time. I was at a toy show set up selling toys. I took a 5-minute break at the end of the day to log in, order my figures, and be done. That's it. That's all that it took. Everything else came out regular retail. It's not hard to get. I went ahead and ordered cases of those after I got home so that I can sell those in my store And, you know, I don't get it. I don't get people freaking out because they missed this. First off, I don't really get how a lot of people missed this. We had so much notification, so much advance notice of when it was going on sale. And some of you all act surprised that it sold out so quick. It was an immensely popular idea for Serpentor to come out with the Air Chariot and be a PulseCon exclusive. That brings us to another topic: exclusive. When something is an exclusive to a convention or even a store, numbers are limited. That's the whole idea in the collecting world of an exclusive, is that it's only allocated to a specific retailer. The distribution method is only through a specific retailer. Typically, those are a limited production run. There's something very special about it. Like if and when they re-release Mindbender, it won't be in the deluxe cardboard box. It won't be with the Serpentor-esque accessories. It won't be with all of that. It will most likely be Mindbender with just his regular accessories. Just the pistol and whatever this other gun thing is. I can see all kinds of pieces that wouldn't be included in a regular release. You won't have all of this here. You won't have these chambers over here, these vials. You won't have some of the other stuff as well, most likely. But it'll be, for all intents and purposes, the same figure. Most of the people that I see complaining about not getting it throw the boxes away anyway. They don't have any interest in keeping this stuff boxed to display. Look at Snake Eyes, the 00 Snake Eyes. Tons of people did not get it. Guess what? There's been several different releases of that exact same mold come out. Slightly different color schemes, some better, some worse. But we've gotten it, and we're still getting more. I just don't understand the tantrums that people are throwing because they missed out on this. You know, if you missed out on it, chances are it's your own fault. This video is not going to be popular. This video is going to get a lot of negativity, and I completely understand that. And it'll be from those same people that complain so much about every little single thing that gets put out for this line. You guys, if anything ruins the classified line, it's going to be you. It's going to be the people that are perpetually dissatisfied. There is absolutely nothing that Hasbro could do short of re-releasing all of these figures in 3.75 inch O-ring style. You don't even like those. You don't even like the retro O-ring figures when that's what you begged for. No, we're just going to piss and moan and complain. I do not get it at all. I don't understand. Like, I'm almost at a loss for words of how I feel about some of the rhetoric I see coming out of people over this line. It's almost like you are in the G.I. Joe community for no other reason than to hate on and complain. And that's it. Jeez. You guys need to grow up and realize that things change. Look, I mean, Hasbro listened to the fan base when they had a meltdown over things being updated beyond an exact 6-inch duplicate of what we had already received in 3.75 and 4-inch. You know, you want the vintage look. That's not G.I. Joe. G.I. Joe doesn't have gold. Ever seen an Iron Grenadier? Remember the Iron Grenadier's Destro? I don't like shin pads and blah, blah, blah. So what, everything has to look like Grunt or Breaker? You just want a bunch of green shirts? Action Force has green shirts. Go ahead and buy those. It's not G.I. Joe. You don't want G.I. Joe. You want Hasbro to make something that is specifically in your mind and pleases only you. That's what I think. But even if they did, there would be no pleasing some of you. because there's an old adage about people complaining, people in a group or organization complaining. I know people who could literally be handed a solid gold bar, thousands upon thousands of dollars, a solid gold bar of whatever imaginable weight you would like to say. They wouldn't be happy with it. They'd complain because they had to lift it. They'd complain because of how heavy it was. That is some of you right now in the G.I. Joe communities. And it's sad. Considering the fact that toys and collecting toys is purely a luxury. It's an escape from everything else in our lives that bring us stress, anxiety, worry. Collecting toys is an escape from all of that. For me, at least, it's supposed to be that for the majority of people. I think that a lot of you need to have some self-reflection and take a look at that aspect of it. And at what point do you need to say, this is no longer an escape and it's just adding to that stress of everyday life? Maybe you need to step away from it. I've had to step away from things like that before as well. Things I loved, things I enjoyed doing so much, but they didn't add to my zen. They didn't add to any stress relief. They just added stress. So I unfortunately had to cut those things out. And toy collecting is definitely not one of those things. Toy collecting is something that I've always enjoyed, and I always will enjoy, regardless of whatever thing I may or may not miss out on, or whoever may try to drag me down to their level. Anyway, thank you for joining my TED Talk. Be sure to like, subscribe, check out the description, all that blah, blah, blah. Anyway, Yooo Joe.